and players here. This could be going against Punahou.
I mean, they fake the little zone, inside zone, and the little bubble to hopefully get a bubble and go there. But we'll see what the call.
Before the pass, holding 31 of the defense. K-not penalty, still first down.
Okay, so here in high school ball, defensive holding is not an automatic first down, but the down and distance is going to be a lot easier here. Basically erases the previous Mililani penalty.
Yeah, I mean, they get the ball back in it. So here we go, a little fake in the inside. Agbayani looks to the bubble to the left, and I guess they'll call holding right there in the middle again on Gibson, or against Gibson.
Well, 1st and 9 from the 15. It'll be Alcover, quick burst here. Nice job there hitting the joystick button. Past the 10, down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and short here. And now if you're Mililani, you're well within field goal range. And now you got to figure the playbook can kind of expand here.
Yeah, I think York will keep it simple. They're right there inside the 10-yard line. 2nd and short. Alcover's running good. You can bring in Sam. See what they do.
Okay, actually the down is 2 here. We'll stand corrected. It is 2nd down and 2, not 3rd down. Ball from the 8 here. And it's going to be a pass to the outside. Spins away from Gilman. Fumble. Unbelievable.
What a play by Alakai Gilman. Initially, he came up, made a tackle, bounced off, got back on his feet, came back and swiped at the ball, causing a fumble. Flag on the play. Let's see what happens.
We'll check it out on the replay. Let's see if we can find it.
Yeah, so here initially Alakai misses the tackle, but look at that arm swipe, comes back, doesn't give up on the play, finishes the play, causes a great turnover.
Punahou Okano had all the makings of a great play there. Was able to spin from the initial tackler, but as you mentioned, Alakai Gilman, too much talent, too much of a ball hawk and a turnover machine.
Here's Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Punahou. After the play, personal foul, 58, Mililani, 15 yards, first down.
So this is going to be tacked on. This penalty did occur after the turnover was committed.
Yeah, and I think it was more out of frustration. If you look at the replay, Mililani player kind of frustrated. They know an opportunity, let them slip by. But, you know, Mililani's defense been excellent all night. Let's just see if they can come up and continue to play great defense.
No, great defense for sure here. Very opportunistic defenses here as you see Sagapolu Tele. And the time runs out here as Katie. And also combining on the play, Sonny Semiatu for his 2nd sack of the night here.
Yeah, and Mililani's defense answered the call. They came out, dropped Punahou for a 6-yard loss there, hopefully regaining momentum back on their side.
Well, Tanner Sato playing right tackle now at 5'11", 200 pounds. Tell us what's going on that for Punahou.
So, you know, out there is number 55, Toa Moyai. Probably one of an all-state tackle, multiple offers, probably the only one that didn't really sign yet. They're taking advantage of his absence, Mililani's defense is.
Yep, Moyai at 6'5", 315 here. Sagapolu Tele, ball throw behind Moku Danso Evans there. So it's going to be 3rd down and long, and in this game of a defensive struggle, I guess for a lack of a better term, that battle of field position right now for both sides.
And you can kind of see what Punahou is trying to do. Mililani is very aggressive, especially with their linebackers. They're trying to take advantage of the middle of the field. But if you notice, too, we have a quarterback change. For Punahou, in there is number 17 there, the sophomore, Ian Eveleth.
Yep, Eveleth here. What a spot for Ian Eveleth here. 3rd and long. Steps up in the pocket. Hurls it downfield with a catch by Eldridge. Oh, my goodness. He ran right past Fatui Osefa. Punahou, 1st down. What a throw by the sophomore to one of the better receivers in the state.
Yeah, and Ryan, from what I know, is he was actually the backup to Hugh Brady. Unfortunately, he got hurt playing an outside basketball league, thus opening the door for Sago Putele. So, you know, he's very capable of running this offense, and it showed right there on that pass to Eldridge.
6'1", 160 sophomore here. Again, looking for Eldridge. Eldridge here bracketed by the Trojans. Ho'ohuli tries to add some extra mustard to that, and it's going to be second and maybe 6. Now the extracurriculars are happening. Remember, folks, this is a 0-0 ball game, but definitely the energy, the spirit has increased here in the second half.
Yeah, emotions are running high right now. Both teams are playing very hard football. So let's see what the call is from Robert Victor.
Yep.
So here we go. See Mililani
After the play,
pointing towards
personal
Punahou
foul.
side.
Offense number 58, 15 yards, second down.
So for all of that, it became a holding penalty. Only saw one flag, which was picked up by Robert Victor. So again, another instance of any type of momentum just gets destroyed here.
You're right. A lot of miscues all night, you know.
Well, second down and 21. Eveleth now here. Going to change the play up here. Sophomore looking to call an audible from the pistol. It's going to be sprint draw to Terrell. And Terrell brought down by Semeatu as he crossed midfield here. So it's going to be second and a little bit more shorter here.
Yeah, great play by Semeatu. He kind of read that from the beginning, and he kind of rode Terrell's back on that one. So coming from his defensive end, he was able to redirect, come downhill, and make a great play on a very fast running back.
Third down and 16 here. From the Mililani 46-yard line, Terrell's going to break the set, and it's going to be a quad set to the top side. Here's Eveleth. Steps up and tries to throw as he was going to ground. He was tripped up there. Didn't have anything on that throw. That could have been Shane Cady there making another visit into the backfield.
Yeah, they're right around that line of scrimmage. The defensive line on both sides of the ball right now are playing very tough.
Yeah, that could be a Kamalu de Blake, actually, number 35. So here's Punahou punting. Usually it's Tafiti punting, but it's going to be Terrell here. Terrell here with a rugby-style kick. It's high but short, and it's going to take a Punahou bounce as it checks up at around the 18-yard line. So 2:24 left here in quarter 3. The score still at 0-0 here. Coach, this is more of the first half here, but with a lot more on the line. The energy has been ramped up here, and it's great defense, but also unforced errors on offense.
On offense, yep, you're very right, Ryan. So we'll see what Mililani has, what York has dialed up for his offense. They actually came down. They had a chance to score, so they're very capable of doing so.
Let's see what Punahou does here. So they got a 4-man front line. They're going to rush only 3, and Mililani runs the tunnel screen to the 20-yard line. Only gets a couple on that play. And I believe that was Motoyama there with the catch.
Yeah, that was Motoyama, that like you said, Ryan, the tunnel screen. If you remember against St. Louis, that's the play that broke, and he was able to score a touchdown on. But Punahou, as all night, they've been right there defensively, very disciplined in their lanes, their assignments, their reads, stopping it only for a 2-yard gain.
Second down and 8 here, 1:51 here in quarter 3. Al Culver here. Very slight of build, but his first couple yards is so quick here. Does give Mililani 2 or 3, and it's going to set up around 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Al Culver, he's the faster of the two backs. He gets downhill in a hurry. Sam is built more for the poundage of between the tackles. So York has the opportunity to have 2 great backs in his stable.
Mililani's run game may be the unsung hero tonight here if they do pull off the victory. if you look at the stats, Mililani's run offense is definitely, since Bavai Malapiai, has not been the biggest strength. 3rd down and 4. Agbayani, what a catch there. Threw it right over the top of DJ Utu. Tight window, but brought down by Motoyama again.
Yeah, what a pass there by Agbayani. I mean, over the Punahou defender, dropped it right in. I mean, great coverage there by number 44, Utu, but even a better throw and catch by Mililani.
Right on point there, Coach. Yes, it was good defense, but a great pass on that play. Mililani very deliberate here as the clock is stopped at a minute here. Here in quarter 3, Agbayani, and it's going to be a draw play for Alcover, but great read there by Punahou. They came up there. That was Uluave there, the 6'1 junior.
Yeah, draw play looked promising right from the beginning, but what a tackle, what a play by Punahou. And like you said, number 18, Uluave, coming in and making a great tackle there for a loss.
I mean, he went against one of the state's best in Sergio Musa at 6 feet, 315, a senior. So now it's going to be 2nd and long here for Mililani. 22 seconds left here. Only 5 seconds here on the play clock. They're going to have to snap this. Could be the last play of quarter 3, as it's going to be Alcover. Find some daylight on the outside there, but again, another great individual effort there by Kahanukia, number 8.
Yeah, a little trap play there to the outside. Alcover running very hard, but man, this Punahou defense has been tightening up. Great tackles, hard hitting on both sides of the ball, and we've just been seeing it right now. This is the theme of the night. Defense, hard hitting football.
Well, let's see if points do become a thing here in quarter 4. We'll be right back here from Aloha Stadium, 0-0. Aloha Stadium Star Sports. All right, and we're back here as little Neil Diamond is being played here by the Punahou band. Who doesn't like Sweet Caroline? Especially if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, I'm sure. As you see here on the wide shot, as both of our teams, our competitors, get back onto the battlefield here, you see the score, 0-0. But it wasn't for a lack of trying or a lack of effort here. Again, the theme, as you mentioned, Coach Sir Carvalho joining me here, Ryan Nagano. Great defenses, opportunistic. We saw the turnovers, but a lot of untimely penalties and also unforced errors.
Yeah, what we call those are drive killers.
Absolutely. Well, it is 3rd down and 10. Let's see if Mililani can sustain the drive as Agbayani on the 1-on-1. And it's Gibson there against Kilinahe Mendiola Jensen. What a battle here, and the Punahou defender wins this one. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, Gibson had a shot there. I mean, both players were in great position. Agbayani was able to make it what we call a catchable ball for his receiver, letting Gibson go up there and make a play, but defender was also right there in number 15, Mendiola Jensen. Just a great defensive play, but not a lack of trying on Gibson's part as well.
Yeah, Punahou always seems to have those very lanky defenders at the corners. As here's the kick by Ho'ohuli. It is high but short. Takes a very favorable Mililani bounce as it goes without a return from Terrell. Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line here, so it will be a 33-yard punt and no return as John Keave Sangapolutele and the Punahou offense coming back onto the field here. coming into this contest, Coach, averaging 32 points a contest here. Only one loss against St. Louis in a very tightly competitive game. What has Mililani done here to make things hard on Punahou?
Well, they was able to at least contain Tyrell. If you look at it, Tyrell's stats, it's not as good tonight.
You see that pass to Chris Page, third catch of the night here for their deep threat on the Z receiver position. Punahou gets a good chunk, and it's going to be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, here they're going back to giving what Mililani is, taking what Mililani is giving them. And if it's like a 5 and out, they're just taking advantage of that. Hopefully they can start to build momentum and get Tyrell into the game.
Maybe that's what Punahou needs here. No doubt about it. They need a sustained drive, and oh, the theme of the night.
False
Here we
start.
go.
Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Coach, another opportunity. 2nd and short. 3rd and short. Into the red zone. And now
a turnover here, a missed snap there, a penalty here. And like you said, it's almost like, you know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing for both offensive tonight.
Yep, no doubt about it. I think Robert Rabideau will call that a do-si-do there. 2nd down and 9. Terrell here breaking out of the set here. Throw by the freshman there. What a throw. Even a better catch from Moku Danso Evans right at the 45-yard line. Takes the punishment, but moves the chains.
Yeah, and, coming downhill is Ho'ohuli. Ho'ohuli is usually a linebacker. He's playing safety tonight and coming downhill. So if you have a linebacker playing safety, you expect hits like that.
6'2", 200 pounds listed. As you see, Sagapolutele here. And just fires out of bounds. Not a Punahou receiver in sight. Within a 10, 15-yard radius, and this could be an easy grounding call for Robert Victor.
Yes, as you mentioned, easy grounding call there.
Intentional grounding. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Loss of down. 2nd down.
Coach Carvalho, again, this is another situation. The big pass play, Danso Evans, could be a momentum builder. And now, as you mentioned, another drive killer possibly. It's 2nd and forever.
Yes, those grounding calls is yardage plus loss of down. So that is a big drive killer here for Punahou, especially since they somewhat had momentum going their way.
2nd and 22 here. 4 receivers for Sagapolutele here. And time is running out. Ball slips out and goes right into the arms of an offensive lineman. Now it's going to be 3rd and maybe 3 miles here.
Yeah, very fortunate. It fell into the arms of a lineman's dream, so to say. Had a chance there to get the ball. Came out of his hands, landing into the laps of number 66 there.
We actually gave it. That was probably
56.
Alema Moyaba, 58
yes,
there.
58.
Oh, wow.
If anything, kept the ball with Punahou.
Well, 3rd down and 35. What do you call here?
Tyrell.
Well, Terrell here does get the ball. He does have wide open space. He has a blocker on the outside, 35-40. Crossing midfield, and he will be inches away from
I think
the
he's
first down.
short. I mean, what a great call. Very safe, but at the same time, very explosive. I think we're going to see a measurement here. What great running by Tyrell, but not just what makes a great run is also great blocking, not just up front, but downfield blocking by the receivers. If you notice here, we have one great block right there, and look at number 25, number 81, leading it up there for Tyrell, making it possible for at least a chance at a 1st down. Now, if we're short, Ryan, the question is, does Kale go for it?
Oh, he has to, right? You know, he has to. Here's the amazing thing about that play. You know, you made a mention of it with the wide receivers unselfishly blocking downfield here. And this is kind of like, you know, you talk about championship teams, right? What makes it a champion? And it's unselfishness here. 3rd down and 35. Surely you're just making a play, a safe play, as you mentioned. But then you have the equalizer. You have the game breaker in Vincent Terrell.
Terrell, yeah. I mean, he runs a sub 1100 meter dash. And so that speed alone can carry 35 yards.
And he will be short, but not by much.
Not by much. I mean, here we have on the field, we have Hugh Brady over there pointing it. Let's go for it with his crutches. You know, he's just pointing out, he's just that short, just that short. So let's see if he can inspire his team to gain those inches.
Well, Sangapolutele lists at 6 feet here. And you don't see a lot of plays under center. A lot of today's modern offenses is the pistol or in the gun, even on 4th and short. You see it with University of Hawaii a lot. I wonder what Punahou does.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, in the first half, what Mililani did on this 3rd and short, they had a 0 tech, 2 guys in the A gap. I wonder if they're going to come back to something like that, pinch the gaps, press on the outside. Here, you just basically know it's probably going to be a run to Tyrell, so let's see what they do.
Well, they're going to line up for the pistol here. Remember, they just need to sneeze, and they'll get a first down, but just inches away, and they're from the pistol. It'll be Terrell, and Terrell squeezes his way through past the 45. No doubt it's a first down, and the drive continues. Could this be the pivotal moment here? That big 34-yard run by Vincent Terrell. Now they convert. Let's check it out here.
Yeah, and Tyrell, I mean, he made one man miss, and that was Katie from the outside untouched. But just the speed and the elusiveness of Tyrell gave them those 2 yards that they needed for a first down.
Well, that's a great point. I mean, a lot of people don't get out of the grasp of Shane Katie coming from the edge here. As you see Terrell breaking the set, and they're going to set the screen, the tunnel screen for Page. And Page is brought down expertly.
Oh, and you're going to get a penalty there, and it's going to move the chains by number 51. Manu Penitani, he's coming in aggressively. It was a great play there by Mililani defensively. Unfortunately, the chains will be moving.
It looks like Michael Kim was the first on the scene there to chop down Page.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, 51 of the defense. 15 yards added to the end of the run, results in a foul, the first down.
So now Punahou inching every so closer here to Mililani's red zone. Let's check out the play.
Yeah, initially I thought this tunnel screen was going to go for a lot of yardage. He had 4 Punahou defensive plays there, but Micah Kim made a great play defensively. Unfortunately, that was all for naught.
Well, first down and 10 here as we're approaching in Quinn Maretsky's field goal range as Sagapolutele one hops this one to Eldridge, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. You know, hopefully Mililani's defense will rise up to the occasion as they have done all night thus far. But right now, Punahou has momentum on this side, so something has to give. Right, Ryan? We went 3 quarters of scoreless football. Something has to give.
Well, 8 minutes, 30 seconds. Still a lot of ball game here, Coach, but the trends have shown that anytime someone has entered the red zone, they haven't come up with anything. Sangapolutele there, intended for Page, and good job there by Iosef on the outside. Fatu Iosef, he has been challenged all night, but on that play, good, strong, tight defense for Mililani.
Yeah, Mililani, you know, first of all, great play on first down by their defensive line. Now here, great coverage by the defensive backs. 3rd and 10, you know, Punahou probably is looking at either something safe with Tyrell. Eldridge is out there on the trip side. Let's see what they do.
Yep, they have Page on the single side. He's on the bottom right of your screen. It's going to be Tyrell again. He has room. But Mililani recovers well here. There was a brief moment that you thought it was going to be Tyrell magic again, but it's going to be 4th down and maybe around 6 or 7.
And Punahou is going out there. You know what is very impressive about this play is Micah Kim. Look at his balance, come to balance, break down. Talking with Dwayne Bradshaw, the speed and conditioning coach at UH, that was one of the biggest things I learned from him in the offseason is a CTB, come to balance. Micah Kim was able to do that exceptional tonight.
Well, big point here of the contest. 40-yard kick here from Moretzky. Here's a kick. It's high, and it is good. Punahou on a Quinn Moretzky 40-yard field goal draws first blood here in the fourth quarter. 7:17 left. Very impressive. Punahou finally cashes in. Now, it all makes it worthwhile here with the Vincent Terrell conversion on 3rd down and 35. Now, he didn't get the first down by himself, but it did set up for Punahou to sustain the drive and to get points out of it.
Yeah. And right now, Punahou is using all their athletes here. I mean, the student body is going crazy. They know that it was a Terrell 3rd and 35 with unselfish receivers blocking. Everybody doing their job. Special teams come in. But are we surprised that Punahou with Toner, Fairbairn, a whole list of successful kickers from Punahou, 40-yarders seem like the chip shot for them?
Yeah, I mean, Eric Hannum, you know, he's the kickers coach here. He got a bowl victory as a University of Hawaii place kicker in the June Jones resurgence era. As you mentioned, Kumi Fairbairn, I mean, he won me the fantasy football championship, I'm sure, last year.
Yeah, and the student body of Punahou is up on their feet. The stands are shaking up here. We can feel it. The momentum is on their side. Let's see what Mililani has.
Well, it's going to be Kai Banks and penalty flag thrown here. This could be going back. Banks is stopped at the 35-yard line here. 7:08, still a lot of ball game. But let's see if Mililani will start in an unfavorable position here.
Yeah, great return by Banks, you know, coming up to the 35-yard line.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 99. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Holding is the call.
So that's going to negate a good return there by Kai Banks. Kai Banks, super talented in the JPS scene for a couple years, was part of the IAEA Junior Na'ali'i. Then when he became a freshman in high school, he was all about the Trojans there. And again, a young, skill position player to work with the quarterback Agbayani, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, that penalty cost Mililani 18 yards in field position. So let's see what they got with 7:08 left in the game.
Well, it's going to be Motoyama as the setback, I think. Or that could be Sam.
That's Sam. That's Sam back in.
Melosi Sam, number 9 here. Joining Agbayani in the backfield. He will set up the screen. And what a hit. Legend Matautia here. A lot of people will call that hit legendary, I'm sure. No pun intended.
Yeah, and we have Sam on the ground there. But you cannot fault legend Matautia for such a great play. He's responsible for the running back on any play. That screen play, he snuffed it out really good and finished the play.
All right, so it's 7:02 left here as the trainers will look after Melosi Sam. We're going to take a break here from Aloha Stadium. We'll be right back with Punahou on top, 3-0. Back here from Aloha Stadium. Ryan Nagano, with the coach from the Cuckoo Red Raiders, Sterling Carvalho here, joining me in the press box here for a Open Division Interleague. Could be a preview of things to come in the postseason here. 3-0 Punahou over Mililani. Now Punahou C able to get off under his own power. Alcover, the running back here, coach. Here's what Mililani needs to do. What do you think?
They just got to be patient. A lot of time left. You know, they don't have to get it all in one shot.
Well, they do right here with Gibson there. They get a good chunk of that back. It's going to be third down and maybe a couple here. And that's Gibson. They need to get him involved.
Yeah, exactly. And take what Punahou gives you. You only down 3-0. 6:30 left in the game. With an offense like Mililani, that's an eternity. Just be patient and work Gibson, Alcover.
Well, only the second catch there for Kanoa Gibson. Alcover there drops the ball. Still a scramble. And it's going to be Punahou ball. Unbelievable. Mililani with a plethora of chances here. And a lot of unforced errors. This could be the biggest one of them all. Let's check it out here.
Yeah, and here Agbayani right to Alcover, a little bit high and to the left there. Bounced off the shoulder pads rather than putting it in the bread basket. And it just went right off the top shoulder pads of Alcover. And right there, Punahou was optimistic once again defensively.
Well, surely Punahou in a grand opportunity to put this into 2 scores here. 6:09 left here in the contest. Sagapolutele from the pistol. It's going to be a play action. And he is swallowed up. Ho'ohuli brings him down. Everyone, and Katie also in the backfield. Everyone thought Terrell was going to get the rock.
Yeah, and Ho'ohuli, who was for the most part of the second half playing free safety, too high safety, now comes into the box, his natural position where he's very aggressive and can finish just like that, causing a sack at the right time in the game.
I mean, good one-on-one battle there. You went against Alema Moyava, the right guard, and won that one-on-one battle. Katie was also in the backfield. I mean, he always makes a visit once in a while. 5:29 left here in the contest. Sagapolutele here, 2nd and long. Let's see if Punahou can put in the final nail. Sideline route to Eldridge. And he is wrestled down rudely there by Asher Palanca.
Yeah, what a great tackle there by Palanca. You know, it ain't easy bringing down Eldridge by yourself, and he did it thus far, and not allowing him to get any extra yards.
And that is Eldridge's 8th catch. And just the fact that Eldridge has 8 catches, but he had once or twice a long catch, but that could be one of the quietest 8 catches that I've ever experienced.
Yes.
And that's credit to Asher Palanca and that Mililani defense here. Now timeout will be called.
Timeout, Punahou. Their first charge,
All right, so with 4:39 left here in the contest, a big juncture in this game here. We'll take a break here from Aloha Stadium. Punahou 3, Mililani 0.
The University of Hawaii promotes sustainability in education and research across all its campuses. Electric vehicles are part of a greener, more sustainable future. Hawaiian Electric proudly donated an EV to the medical school and smart cars to 4 UH campuses, including Manoa, Hilo, Maui, and West Oahu. Together, we'll reduce our carbon footprint and achieve Hawaii's 100% renewable energy goal. Hawaiian Electric, empowering you.
Honolulu Disposal Service has proudly served Hawaii since 1967. In the 50 years since then, Honolulu Disposal Service has grown from a 2-truck operation into the largest waste management and recycling operation in Hawaii. That growth has been possible not only by hard work and vision, but also by placing a great value on our employees. We're now looking for new personnel to help us grow into the next 50 years. If you want to join a long-time locally owned and operated company, call 845-7581 or visit us online today.
All right, and we're back here. Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union Fialoa Stadium. Ryan Nagano, Coach Sterling Carvalho from the Kahuku Red Raiders. Probably the biggest spot here in this contest. 4:39 left here. You see the score. 3-0. Punahou with an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, and Mililani's double covering Eldridge. So you see what they do.
Sanga Polutele runs out time, and Semoiatu again. Semoiatu, his third sack, now a penalty.
And I think it's going to be called on Punahou. So taking them probably out of field goal range. But let's see what Robert Victor is going to make a call there. You know, any lineman wants to protect their quarterback. So let's see what happens.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, piling on the offense, number 58. 15 yards, fourth down.
Right on the money.
And
Coach
that's what it
Carvalho.
is. Alema Moyava getting in there, trying to protect his quarterback. I mean, you can't fault a lineman for protecting its quarterback, but at this moment, you're looking at possibly 3 points, but now you have to punt the ball.
Absolutely. That penalty does get him out of field goal range here. And now they're going to have to see if they can pin the Trojans deep. 4:17 and counting down here. 10 seconds and under here on the play clock here. Terrell here. It's going to be a squib kick. But it does take a Punahou bounce, and they'll be able to get this inside the 5. Rolling down to the 2, maybe to the 1. Unbelievable. Great special teams there by Punahou.
And you can just see that an athlete like Vincent Tyrell understands the situation, knowing that I squib it down, my punt team will cover it, drop it inside the 10-yard line. What a great punt there by Tyrell. I mean, it probably only went like 10 feet off the ground, but nonetheless, very effective.
You talk about golf shots. I think it's kind of my golf shot, really.
That was what we call a punch shot in golf, low and into the wind.
Yeah, that's what I will say when I'm on the driving range. I'm just doing a punch shot. Well, anyway, under 4 minutes here from the 2-yard line. Agbayani here finds a receiver. He is upended at the 10-yard line, but still holds on. What a courageous catch there. Trying to see if I get a number on that.
Number 25.
Yeah, Raven Yakapin, 5'10", defensive back. What a spot here as a receiver.
Great throw by Agbayani. Quick, timely throw, knowing that Punahou was coming in quick.
Second and short, Agbayani throws downfield, and now incomplete here. Kai Banks, the closest receiver.
And Alakai Gilman right there was very optimistic there on that. He thought he had an interception. Just a missed timing by probably quarterback and receiver.
It's only third and 1 here. So Mililani, they can use the whole playbook here in the situation. 3:27, still a lot of time.
And they still have the big back Sam back in the game, you know. Probably want to power him in there, get the first down.
Here's the play. It's going to be Sam. And Sam brought down by Utu, but he gets it to the 15, and that's more than enough for the first down. Clock stops at 3:23. Coach has to move the chains.
Yeah, great run by Sam. I think everybody knew it was probably going to him. 1 yard, your big, tough running back inside zone. Let him get up in there. Easy first down for Mililani.
What a spot here. You mentioned Yakapin, who was able to get that first catch here on the drive. Noel Kanoa Gibson. So pretty much next man up philosophy here as Sam here doesn't go far. In fact, he may lose a half a yard. Punahou's defense, like great line push by that front 7.
Yeah, I mean, led by number 48, Andrew Kananiko.
Yeah.
He was right there, coming in. Tough defense there by Punahou.
Yeah, Malcolm Leofau, as you saw there on your screen. I mean, he's always around there, that's for sure. 2:33 left here. Now, the clock concern. Mililani here still at their own 15-yard line. Agbayani steps up. He's going to throw it. A lot of air under this ball here. And we had 2 buff and blue contending for that. Alakai Gilman probably had the best shot. Gibson, the intended receiver, he was back in the game.
Yeah, Mendiola Jensen all night on Gibson. That is not an easy task. He was in position, but fellow safety, Alakai Gilman, also there on the coverage, knowing that it's only 2 minutes left in the game. You got to take your chances with your best play receiver. But Punahou was right there in coverage, waiting for that.
Well, 3rd down and 10 here from the 15-yard line. Timeout situation. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Agbayani, a big spot here. Throws downfield, wide open. It's Clyde Banks. Banks past the 40.
Fumbled the ball probably there. Oh, they said he was down.
Oh, plot twist.
Mendiola Jensen thinking he had there, but what a great route, great pass, great catch by Banks. Let's just see here. He runs a little out route. Mendiola Jensen. Hard to tell. Now, in the States, replay will be part of it. That would have come down to one of it.
Oh, absolutely. Agbayani here tries to throw for Gibson as good coverage there by Carvalho.
And all Mililani needs to do is just get a field goal, and they have an excellent kicker as well. So it'd be interesting with 1:53 left what York decides to do.
That's very true. Mililani always has good kickers here. But what a spot, that is for sure. 1:53 left here, 2nd down and 10. Agbayani throws it downfield. Again, a lot of air under the ball there and tries to throw it to Malosi Sam. Or maybe that was Motoyama.
Motoyama there, and Gilman there on the coverage. So we get, coming down to what we call crunch time. Emotions are running high. We see some extracurricular activities going on after the whistle on both sides of the ball. We just have to make sure we control our emotions, and I think that's what's going to happen
Mililani.
now.
It's their 2nd charge timeout.
Now Rod York will be calling the timeout for Mililani here. So Mililani will only have 1 left. You see 3-0, minute 47 left here in regulation. And now it's kind of like no turning back here, Coach. Only 1 timeout. You don't have the timeouts to stop the clock just in case the offense fails. It's all in time.
Yeah, and, high school football, college football, you tend to have a lot more than a minute 47 seconds as compared to the pros. Clock stops on a 1st down, move the chain so they get into position, get an extra few seconds in lining up. So, they still have a lot of time. Agbayani, Mililani's offense under York, minute 47 seconds, they could strike at any given time. So we'll see what they dial up here.
Punahou's passing game is a lot of short stuff, the screens, the RPOs. Mililani has been trying to take low percentage passes. They like to throw downfield here.
Yeah.
Interesting to see.
And you have somebody like Kanoa Gibson too, so that's why you're going to take your shot. If you have an athlete like that, it's a 50-50 chance you take it.
Well, 3rd down and 10 here. Agbayani, he's going to launch it downfield, has Gibson. And there was a lot of
contact there, and no call. They're letting them play.
Wow. I mean, let the kids play, right? But at the same time, you have to look at the calls that have been made here. If you're looking for consistency, we have seen a lot of jostling downfield that have been called with pass interference.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a case for anyone. I'm just trying to call consistency here.
Yeah, you're right there, Ryan. And I think they may be not showing the replay for reasons, but this is a big 4th down. This could be the game.
4th and 10 here. Agbayani steps up and throws to no one. Gibson, the attentive receiver. Mendiola Jensen, the closest Punahou defender. And Mililani there on 4th and 10. They scrambled back into formation. I don't think they even had a guy set there. They could have called illegal motion.
They could have. It looked like they were rushing, not on the same page. I don't know the last time a Mililani team was shut out, but for a high-powered offense, not scoring tonight, you have to give credit to Punahou and their defense.
100. Absolutely. I mean, what a contest here. Both teams coming in, averaging 30 points. So 29.7 for Mililani, 32 for Punahou.